Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Almighty S.I.G.H. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my boy Braxton. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
How you been?
I'm good. I'm good.
So just to remind you, man, that's yours. That's mine.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So how you been? How you doing, buddy? How you been? It's been a while.
Yes.
I had you on before, and it kind of didn't work out as much.
Yeah, you were like, nah. You're like, nah. I'm not gonna put you on this one. Nah, it's good,
bad.
man, and it's actually cool because I've been trying to venture out into getting on more people's podcasts. So you will be my first ever interview. You
Really?
interviewing me.
Oh, yeah?
You know. So I'm glad that I'm able to. I'm honored to be on your podcast, and you are interviewing me and doing our stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I'm proud. No, I'm happy. I'm happy. You like the new setup though? You
Dude, it's sick. It's sick, man.
I need to find that video of us. I need to find the. I need to find that.
Get some bloopers on it or something.
Yeah, the other one before because
Yeah.
it was not like this, huh?
No, it wasn't.
was
I
not.
mean, you had the lights. I know you had the lights, and I know you had a few cameras. But this is you got the backdrop. You got these lights and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I dig it, man. I dig it. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's cool. Huh? Yeah.
It's a lot. You know, my podcast doesn't have nearly as much as the equipment.
You know, Braxton, I do wanted to bring that up just to clarify and for everyone listening. I'm not trying to compete to anybody. I just want to make that clear.
No, man. I think it's a good thing that we in Amarillo are venturing out to do more things other than what I guess are what we have been grown up with. You know, I just growing up it was always country music. It was Hispanic music. You know, just our culture,
the small town
stuff. You know, coming to Amarillo and seeing the underground stuff. I've noticed that like there's a lot more rock bands, a lot more punk bands. EDM is like getting huge here.
Is it really?
I mean,
nice.
there's tons of DJs that I know that are actually venturing out to being bigger than this town and a lot of rappers and a lot more podcasts. And I think what you're doing, dude, is a great thing. You know, I think people have to. You know, it's one of those things too. Is because like whenever I'm on YouTube, I watch a lot of podcasts. You know,
Yeah.
but every single podcast might talk about kind of the same thing, but they have a different vibe, and that's why I enjoy it that way. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the different vibes. I like to hear what other people have to say about a specific topic and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's any. You know, we're never gonna butt heads. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And I always put that on my Facebook and my social medias and stuff. It's like if you want to do something, just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always positive whenever it comes to people. I hope that my stuff inspires somebody to do something that I've done, or maybe do something better that I've already did. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing that you're doing this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So, yeah, no, I remember. I know I told you this before, but you're the one that inspired me to do this.
Oh, sweet, man.
You and the Yellow City Kids, but they don't do this no more. But
I wish they kept on going. It looked like it was going to be a pretty cool thing.
It looked like it could have gone, but I think they just had. I forgot. I asked them.
Just life happens, dude. I mean, dude, doing podcasts and having a 9 to 5 and just being a blue collar, dude, it's so hard to do. Like last year. Man, I had to stop for a few months, and like even like now getting back into doing podcasts, like it's a little rough sometimes. Just having to go to work, taking care of your family, doing life, you know, making sure everything's straight so that you can do a pod. I mean, it's crazy to see all these people that are famous and stuff like Tom Segura and Bobby Lee and stuff, but like. They're doing podcasts now because what they've been doing for so long, so many years of comedy, you know, getting that money doing that they have time to actually sit down and that's their job is sitting down and doing a pod. Whereas like people like us are like doing our 9 to 5 and still doing this, no money coming out of this.
Yeah.
You know, we're actually spending money to make this happen. And a lot of people tend to forget that where it's like, you know, I love my fans, but you know, they'll hit me up, like, where's the pod? When's your next song coming out? And it's like, dude, like, I have stuff, but, like, the time, like, I can waste all the money in the world. I don't care about the money. I don't care about that. It's just the time that I waste when it comes to work and this. Because it's like, if I'm doing, my 40 hours or 60 hours a week at work.
Yeah.
The time that I have to spend doing this will take time away from spending quality time with my girlfriend, quality time from my daughter, quality time from just sometimes I just want to go home and sit down and relax for a few hours, and I'm like, well, I haven't done a pod this week, so I got to take time to do that,
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's good though, man. And the reason why I started this podcast is to help every other business artist. I'm trying to help, small business owners, local artists, or just bring friends on and talk. They don't have conspiracies with Noah. Have you seen those little short clips?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I've been watching those. It's actually, you're doing really good with the editing and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is like TikTok quality.
Yeah, that's my editor. His name is Ali. We've been friends for 10 years.
Nice.
He got into editing, so I send him my videos and I send him I got to pay him, so I pay him and he does all that for me. So
sweet, dude.
It's pretty cool. I can give you his information.
Ali.
Yeah, Ali, I love you, my man. Yeah, we've been friends. I call him because his name is. We call him Goku. I call him Goku because we used to play PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Back then, and so we've been friends we can kept touch ever since. And when I was all like, "Do you edit?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Hey, can we?" I was wondering if we can do business because I have a podcast and it's booming, dude. The thing is, I haven't hit the For You page on TikTok, Instagram, or nothing. But YouTube is different, dude.
YouTube's different.
It was. I mean, I hit 2K on one of my. On I think it was Skinwalkers. And I was
nice.
And I was like, dang.
Yeah, those conspiracy ones, dude. Yeah. It's crazy that you're talking about conspiracy because on TikTok, I like TikTok. It's a fun little app or whatever. But I do post my podcast there every once in a while, or I post my music or there every once in a while. I don't get that much views. I get maybe 500 or whatever. And me and my girlfriend, we were like, we should do TikTok, so we'll figure out the algorithm or whatever. And there's this thing called distance talk. Have you seen distance talk? It's basically where it's basically where flat earthers are making it a joke, and then the conspirators of if the earth was flat or round, they're bagging on them because they think they're like, you're ridiculous. Well, they obviously know that it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Anyway, I posted a picture. I was on a 3rd-story building. I took a picture of this white building, way out there. It was way out there. It was a white building, and I made it to where it looked like it was a building in Brownsville, Texas, which is 780 miles away from here. And I made it into this huge conspiracy thing. I put the hashtags distance talk, geography, all that stuff, and I got. Right now it's at 17,000 views, and I've got 100 people bagging on me, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bagging on me. They're like, "You're ridiculous. Yeah. Get out of here. That's so dumb. That's crazy."
I had that on my YouTube. Yeah.
And I'm like, I know it's a joke, but it's funny because they take it so seriously, and they're like, "You're ridiculous for even thinking about this." And I'm like, "You're ridiculous for even thinking that building that I took a picture of, that's literally maybe 2 or 3 miles away, is in Brownsville, dude. Yeah. Come on." But I see it as a joke, but it's funny. It's a fun little thing to see where people's brains are, especially now in this climate of the world.
Yeah. I still got a lot of grinding. But the videos, my videos, they've been improving. Everything's been improving slowly. The subscriber count and the viewers are going up. They're going slowly, but they're growing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, slowly but sure. Yeah. I don't know what my dad did. He's on TikTok. He does really just not. I mean, it's just so weird videos, those little games, like a man just playing these games on TikTok, and he's just posting them, and he has almost 1,000 followers, and I'm like, bro, you're almost to the point where you can go live and then you can get money from people. It's insane. I'm like, dude, and he's just sitting there on his bed just playing these games. I'm like, man, what
am I doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong? I'm grinding every day. And you're just in your bed just chilling. What are you? God.
Yeah, dude. And that's another thing I was gonna bring up, man, because we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm trying to build this, and I'm doing good. You're doing good on yours. Your algorithm is doing good. I'm doing good on mine. But dude, what makes me sad, dude, is you have friends that support you, and then you have your haters. But here's the thing about the haters, bro. For me, I don't care. Like if it's someone random or someone I barely know and they're haters,
Right.
I don't care. You good? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my problem is like your best friends being haters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Your loved ones being haters. That just that sucks. Because you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude. I've witnessed it, man. I don't know what it was about last year, but last year really hit me in the face with a lot of things that I've had to acknowledge, and that's one of the things I had to acknowledge. You know, I had a few of the people that I looked up to, like literally, like they were my friends and stuff, and they were my buddies and stuff. But I really looked up to them for music advice, for recording advice, and all that kind of stuff. And we would always like, you know, call each other at night and like gather ideas on what I could do on pod or do music wise, whatever. And there was just one day, bro, like my ex homeboy was like talking to me, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, that's why so and so, you know, talks crap about you and stuff." And I was like, "Well, y'all be talking crap about me behind my back?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, like, yeah, you know," he was saying this and that, and then the next day I call the person that he said that he was talking crap about, and I was like, "Hey, man, like,
keep talking."
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, man, like, I know it's a joke and everything, or y'all were just like vibing or whatever, but like, it's not funny. Like, I take this kind of serious, and you know, I wanted an apology. You know, I was like, hey, dude, like, I don't like the way you've been talking to me, and I know that you were talking smack to so and so, and I just want to let you know that I know, and I don't like that. I don't like that very much, and he apologized. And then he unfriended me on Facebook. He unfriended me on Instagram, all the social medias. And I was like, you know what? Like, why am I putting myself in this situation? You know what I'm saying? I got to the point where I was like, I'm my only fan.
Yeah.
My only 100% fan.
Yeah.
If I'm going to surround myself with people that are going to degrade me or talk crap about what I'm doing, especially on my podcast that I've created or my music that I'm doing on my own, and they don't like it, then they're not friends. And if you and this too for the viewers, if you have so-called friends that are talking crap about you to another friend of yours, and that friend doesn't defend you, then they are your enemy too. I've had that situation happen too, where I've had a friend that had a friend talking crap about one of our friends, and he didn't stand up to him, and I'm not about that either.
Yeah.
Because if they're willing to allow them talking crap about you or talking any type of negativity about your work or your cloud or whatever you're trying to get your podcast or music or whatever you're trying to do, then they're willing to let them talk about anything.
Yeah.
And that's not cool to me either.
Yeah.
And I've you know, I'm not saying that I'm an angel or any type of thing. You know, I've been in those situations too, but this year I've really put my foot down and said, you know what, I'm not going to be the person that people talk crap to about somebody else, and I'm not going to be the person that talks crap about anybody that's doing any type of hustle, because that gets nobody nowhere.
That's right.
But yeah, dude, it really sucks about family and friends and stuff, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold world over here in this well, I wouldn't say community, but it's just like it's a cold world doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
being a face for a podcast or being a face for some type of music outlet or something like that. Yeah,
that's right. That sucks. It's your best friend.
Yeah,
I'm over here supporting certain people. I'm like, yeah, I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. Do that thing you want to do it. And then when it's my turn, you know what I'm saying, an idea or a goal I want to do, it's always like, well, why are you doing that? Yeah. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Always. I had a friend like that, just constantly bringing it down, shooting it down.
Constantly negative.
Have an idea, and then, I don't know, bro. And then I have another idea. I don't know. Everything I had, it was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, bro, you ain't my friend. Yeah. And I'll get to that. It's not someone we know. It's just certain people.
Well, it's just like gatekeepers, too. Gatekeepers are the same exact way, where it's like they have this sense of like power over what you're allowed to do because they're in that world, you know, where whether it be podcasts or music especially here in Amarillo, music has so many gatekeepers. It's insane. Really? Where it's like if they don't like your vibe, or if they don't like any type of the way you do things, or your sound or whatever, they really just push you to the side. They push you to the side, and they make you out to be like this weird guy that just doesn't really sound good on. And it's like, bro, like, I'm just doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing this. This is what I want to do. And if you don't like it, then cool. But there's a click here. There's clicks here,
mm-hmm.
and you can definitely tell once you start walking into like shows and stuff.
Yeah, that sucks, though, man. It just, like, for me, if I don't like it, I'm just not like a hater. Like, if it's my friend, like, it's you, right, and you're doing this, I support you. I'm like, yeah, keep going. But but if it's like, if it's not my thing, I'm just gonna, keep going though, keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna, he ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
And that's not how it should be. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, your friends shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? It should be more like, I got you. You can do it. You can do it. Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Yep.
Follow. If brings money, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it's not always like that. You know what I mean?
Friends and fans, dude, they kind of get put in the same boat when it comes to like shows and things that you do, because I've witnessed this where I have an artist that is ready, just pumped up, ready to go. And this has come from me. Sometimes I don't really mess with the stuff that other artists do whenever I make shows happen. Mm-hmm. But somebody will. Yeah. This ain't a show about me. Yeah. I'm not doing this show for me. I'm doing this show for the community. Mm-hmm. So if one artist comes in I really don't mess with, I don't like, it's not that I don't like their music, I just don't mess with that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that they can't come on my show. Yeah. Because somebody out there is going to be like, I actually like this guy. Mm-hmm. I actually enjoy his music. I'm like, cool. There you go, man. Mm-hmm. Boom. Yeah. But there's people here in Amarillo, man. They don't see it that way. They're like, we gotta keep this vibe. We gotta keep this. If we're gonna do this, we gotta do that, and we gotta have these people, certain people, doing the show because that's what we want. And it's like, bro, you don't get nowhere with that. You get the same fans, you get the same type of people doing the same thing years and years, and that you see it every single time. You got people doing music for 20 years, 30 years here in Amarillo, and they're stuck here because they do the same thing over and over again. Same sound over and over again. Same people there over and over again. It's like you get nowhere with that. You get nowhere. Yeah. So.
Yeah. If you want to build.
If you want to build, man, you can't have that. You can't have the drama. You can't have that kind of drama here. And I don't stand for that drama anymore. You want to go talk crap about somebody somewhere else? Go do it somewhere else, because I'm not about it. Yep. There you go.
That's how it should be.
So.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Like I said, it's not the people we know. It's just our friends or people we know that are haters. It's sad though, but
and it comes around too. Like I hate to say it, but it comes full circle. Like if you have a friend that is talking crap about you, you're gonna hear it somewhere. Someone's gonna say it. Oh, so and so said that you this, and it's gonna come back around. And you might have not wanted to hurt that person's feelings, but they hear it and they know. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So. You gotta cut people off. That's just how it is, man. It sucks, but all right, there's nothing you can do. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, like even like coming from Freona, dude. Like, man, people that I know that I grew up with still talk crap about me. Really? Yeah, and it's just. I mean, I think it's fuel for me because I've lived with it for so long. Like a lot of people don't know this. Like I've been doing music since I was 6 years old. I was on a stage at 6 playing drums, praise and worship at the church.
And the cumbia, he was playing with cumbia.
Yeah, I was playing cumbias. You know what I'm saying? Like
I remember that.
I was on stage at a really young age, and then I started doing music, like rapping and doing the pond and stuff. And like I said, it comes full circle. It comes around. So Freona might be a while away from Amarillo, but I get word all the time. Oh, so and so's talking about you about this and blah blah blah. Like, people tend to think that I'm like a drug lord or like I do massive amounts of drugs and I'm just homeless fucking bozo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like living on the streets because I rap. But I'm just a 29-year-old dad that has a daughter that raps, and I work a 9 to 5, and I just enjoy doing music and podcasts. But people don't see it that way. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And those are the people that you grew up with from like kindergarten all the way up until you graduated. Those are the people that are talking so much smack about you. But I love it. It's funny because I'm like, I don't want to clear my name because I just want you to think. I just want you to assume what I'm doing because I'm not going to see you ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm never ever going to see you again. So it doesn't really matter. You can think that I'm the worst person on the world. In the world, whatever you may think, I just care about my daughter and my girlfriend and my little world that I've created.
Okay. That's how I am too. I care about my family, my nieces, my nephews. I mean, I care about my brothers, my mama, and myself. I mean, that's it. And that's it, bro. People be hating. So, all right, well, go do it somewhere else. I'm good.
Yeah.
You do that while I focus on this and build it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But
and I go to the extreme. My girlfriend has to chill me out sometimes because I'm like, she's like, people really, I don't think people, I'm like, they're really not going to like it now because I'm going to do a podcast about it and I'm going to write a song about them. I'm a diss. And I just go to the extreme, like, no, maybe you shouldn't do that. I'm like, no, you're right. I'm just gonna let them burn. It's fine.
Just let them burn. Baby burn. No, that's cool though, man. I'm happy for you though, Braxton. Yeah, like I said, you inspired me to do all this, even though I've kind of taken it a little bit over the top. But
hey, dude, go as extreme as you can, dude.
Yeah.
There's no limit to this. Not even the sky. You can go as far as the Pluto.
And I got a lot of support from my family. I come from a good family, so all of them are like, "Oh, I'm proud of you." But there's still so much I'm still trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I still want to. There's more artists. Little Yuri, I think his name was.
Yeah, Lil Yuri. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that guy, dude. And then this guy right here, man. I love this guy. I can't wait to bring him on. Those artists, I told a lot of those artists, I was like, "Hey, man, I was hoping I can get you on," and they said yes. And I told them to give me some time because, like I said, I was gonna get some nights and I was gonna get all kinds of stuff, but. I'm still working on it. We're still getting it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna.
And let me know. I have a whole bunch of people.
I'm gonna send you some clips so you can put on your podcast and your TikTok and whatever you want. And then I think up next is I just looked him up. I love his music. Hopefully he performs tonight. Open mic and over here.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? With the strong hand.
Oh, Erratic.
Radic Soul. I love that guy, dude. No fucks given. No fucks given. I'm like, I love that song.
Yeah, Radic's a good homie of mine. Me and him, we hang out a lot. He's a cool cat, man. He's done a lot. He's trying to do more shows and make shows happen and stuff. And I've tried to give him advice. He's trying, he's giving me advice and stuff like that. And yeah, we're really good homies.
Yeah, I think I'll have him next.
Good.
It's good. Noah, because I'm gonna do another those videos again with Noah.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna do more of those. And I'm gonna have Noah. I just need him back on pretty soon because he canceled last minute, and I was like, I need something by Friday, so that's why I hit you. I really do appreciate you coming though.
Oh yeah.
Kind of last minute. I usually kind of schedule it like, hey, can you come this day, 2 days, 3 days advance?
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, and I thought about it. I was like, oh no, Noah canceled. It was Monday, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, I hope I don't know if Braxton's down for last minute, but. So I'm really glad you came. So I have something out for Friday. I try to post every single Friday.
Yeah.
And then those short clips, I post them every Monday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, those edits, those real nice edits, I get them on Mondays.
Sweet.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just random clips of my show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I post those on TikTok and sometimes Facebook but usually TikTok and Instagram. I try to keep all that from Facebook. I don't.
Oh yeah.
The small town people don't.
Well, the thing too is like Facebook has a really huge business. Like I can't really explain it to the whole extent, but I figured out that Facebook has a really huge community for like business accounts. So if you make your Facebook a business account, most of the reels and the photos and all that stuff that you hashtag on your Instagram and stuff goes to your Facebook automatically. Oh. And then those reels get views on Facebook directly. And it's actually helped it's helped a lot of the things that I posted on Instagram that goes towards my Facebook get more traction on that video. Yeah. So like the videos that I post on Instagram will go directly onto Instagram's views. That post will directly get sent to my Facebook, and then that reel itself will get real views on Facebook. So like there's two accounts that are getting this traction with the same photo or reel or video that you post. Yeah. So see about doing that too.
Yeah.
Connecting all of your accounts and making them all business accounts so that whenever you post something, where it be on Snapchat or Instagram, it goes directly to all your other accounts, and then you can get more views there too.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post my. I started a new channel, so I'm gonna start a new channel. YouTube, just check this out, bro. Just in case you didn't know. So YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that YouTube Shorts can actually ruin your channel.
Really?
I didn't know that. So,
I didn't know that either.
So what's going on is since TikTok came out, we got a lot of people that are short span, like just watch quick videos, a couple seconds and swipe up. So YouTube started doing that. So if you were to have a channel full of, long videos, you got people that listen and watch that.
Right.
Then you got the other side that just short videos, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that.
Right.
So I was all like, because I was excited because I was like, oh, my viewership is going quick. I mean, I shot up like 50 subscribers in a night.
Right.
And I was like, dude. So I was like, I'm going to put these shorts on my YouTube channel on top of this. But then I looked up that it ruins the channel because you have a split audience. You have this audience that wants to watch only short videos. And then you have your long people, the ones that have the long videos.
Yeah, that.
And I didn't know that. Okay. So then I stopped posting on that. So I have to start a new YouTube channel specifically for that, the shorts, and then have this on my main channel. That's what I'm going to start doing. I didn't know that. Just for those that didn't know, I had no idea that was a thing.
Right.
So
and the thing that's crazy about like algorithms and stuff too. I don't know if you knew this too, but when the watch time to make your videos monetizable, I guess, within like 15 to 30 seconds of the beginning of your video, it has to be clean. Yeah, and it's like you can't say any word that YouTube thinks is like uncalled for or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I can't do that. On my pod, I can't do that.
You say...
I just go straight into it. I can't. Sometimes I'm like in a vibe and I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I'm already like 10 seconds in and I've already said the F word like 20 times. So it's like, whatever, dude. But, I've only strictly been on YouTube. Like with my podcast, Moshcast, and all the stuff that I've done, I've just been strictly on YouTube. And I like it a little bit more, and people are gonna really hate on me with this. It's a hot topic, but I don't necessarily like Spotify. I don't like Spotify.
I was gonna ask you here in a second. What's wrong with Spotify? How come you don't want to join in that? Because I was considering, now that I have this, I'm gonna go ahead and put YouTube and Spotify. But what is wrong with Spotify in your opinion?
Well, there's personal opinions with mine. I'm going to say my personal opinions, and I'm going to tell you why I don't mess with Spotify for this reason. But first of all, when you post on Spotify, they automatically take a percentage out of whatever you have, like whatever views you get, and you get money from. Yeah, they take a percentage out of that. Okay. I don't think that's fair at all. Okay. With any type of social media or entertainment or whatever, it's like you created this, you took time out of this, you're gonna post it on here. You should be able to get all your money because you deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is like the views. So a lot of times the artists will pay for bots. Yes. And they'll shoot up extremely high for like 1 month, and it's like, thousand, like they have like 130,000 monthly listeners or whatever, because they bought bots. And then the next month they go back to 264 monthly listeners. And it's like, it's just a cop out. Okay. It's a very big cop out in the music scene. It's like, oh, like you're not really popping. You're not really popping at all. And if you want to work it that way, that's cool. But it's very taboo whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. Where it's like an artist here. Like, I'm not saying there is an artist here in Amarillo. I'm just saying like an artist here in Amarillo. If they were to drop a song and they got 450,000 monthly listeners in 1 month, and then the next month it goes to 2, it's like, obviously, nobody listened to your song. Obviously, those 2 listeners listened. Your mom and you listened to your song. Obviously, Yeah. But me personally, like me not wanting to mess with Spotify is honestly Joe Rogan. Yeah, because he did it the right way, I think. And what I mean is that he was on Facebook he was doing his own thing with YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff, and then Spotify called him and said, we want you on our platform, and we'll give you this amount of money for being on our platform. And that kind of made me strive to be like, I want people like that. I want people from Spotify. I want people from, these huge music platforms or entertainment platforms to call me and say, I want you on our platform, and I'll pay you this amount of money because you deserve it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's where Spotify. That's why I don't like Spotify that much. Okay. The money and it's a weird algorithm.
Okay. What about iTunes app, the Apple one?
I never really messed with Apple, the iTunes or whatever. I know that some of my music gets put on there. I have a song coming out here pretty soon. We'll talk about it here in a minute, but I have a song that's going to be put on iTunes and stuff. So this will be my next little endeavor, and I'll see what iTunes does for my views and stuff.
Okay.
Because I really don't look for money in any of it. I looked on my Amuse, and all the songs that I've dropped, I've made $3.16 in the past 5 years.
Oh wow!
So
that's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing for sure. But it's like I would rather. I like to see my subscribers on YouTube. Wow. Every year I've hit. Every year, I know this is a little small, but every year I've hit over 100 subscribers every year since I've started this podcast, Okay. And so I really take joy in watching my subscribers go up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not looking for money. I'll shoot a little merch table or something every once in a while, or I'll ask for like a tab at the bar whenever I do a show. But I really don't look for money when
I saw that mug. I saw that mug on your little.
Yeah,
That's so cool, man. I'm really happy for you on that.
Shout out to Heyday Mugs. We did a little collab, and now if you go on heydaymugs.com, in their little Etsy shop, you can get a customized Moshcast mug. And
a link in the description down below.
Yeah, it's actually a homeboy of mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I'm doing mugs and stuff," and then I was like, that'd be a cool idea, just to get him out there doing things, other than just like silly.
It looks cool.
It's a really cool thing, I like mugs too because everybody knows that I have a drink every time I'm on pod. So I was like, might as well get you a mug, So that's a cool little endeavor that I'm doing too. I'm doing a little bit, I'm staying low I'm staying low on who I mess with and what I do. But I feel like I'm making big moves in what I'm doing.
Heck yeah, Nate. That's good, man. That's good. I'm happy for you.
I heard that you're chilling out on drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna get. Yeah, dude, and I'll get into that. I'm gonna get deep into that. I think the next episode. Yeah, dude. No, I don't know what happened, but I'll get into that. I'll get real deep into that. I think next time. But no, dude, I don't want to drink no more, Braxton.
Yeah. It's crazy because last weekend was my aha. I'm not want to say I'm done drinking, but I'm gonna chill out, dude. Yeah. There's no. I went to bodegas last weekend. Okay, last weekend I went to bodegas, dude, because I never been to bodegas and stuff. And
really,
I've never been to Chesney's. Not.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go and see bodegas and Chesney's and see how it is or whatever. And I pre-gamed at the house, and we went to the bar, and we did the whole thing, and literally, we went to we went to House Bar, the bar that I go to.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
And I was like, man, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I just want to. I didn't feel good. I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to sober up and go home. And then the next morning, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to drink anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just walking into bodegas, dude, it was just like, man. Nah,
it's fun when you got your friends and stuff, and I don't know. I'll get into that. Why I want to quit drinking?
Right.
I mean, it was for me. It wasn't like I used to drink every other weekend.
Right.
And then I got in a wreck, which is another story for another day. And then I went from every other weekend to once a month, and then after that it was like once every 3 months, and now it's like once in a full moon, once every. Let's see. The last time I had a beer was with my brother. Last week, but that was it. Usually it's like keep them coming.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
mean,
if it has.
I don't have a negative thing about alcohol, and people drink, and that's cool or whatever. But like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm kind of, this is not me.
Yeah.
You know, I had my little fun. You know, I'm 20. I just turned 29. You know, I'm kind of just like, I'll have my whiskey every once in a while and my beer at home, but
I just don't want to do it no more. I mean, I will, but just for those of y'all that stop hitting me up just to go out and kind of getting. There's more to it. I'll get to it. Not today. I was about to, but it was the people that we associate with. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save it for another day. But no, let's go ahead and go to break, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go to break. I gotta fix my camera because I don't like how I look. Hold on. All right, so this is different. Video is sponsored by. Okay, hi Braxton. No, I still don't have no sponsor. I've been doing this for almost a year.
Then you got a sponsor,
no,
bro.
I still don't got no sponsor. I'm gonna get there though.
I pretend to have sponsors sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I thought you actually had sponsors. That's why I was all like, oh, cool.
Nah, no sponsors giving me money. Nobody's giving me money. Once you start giving me money, I'll start sponsoring some stuff. Yeah, but other than that.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting a little more confident on my channel. The only reason why I haven't really posted much is because I'm not very confident with it. But lately, like my uncles, my cousins, and my brother was like, "Hey, each episode gets better and better," and I'm like, "Oh, sweet." That's kind of what I was shooting for. Right. Like I said, I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm only trying to compete with myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all I'm trying to do.
Progression, bro. Progression.
And then again. Bringing artists, small business owners. Hey, well, tell me about it, and then publish it, and then hey, well, you know, random viewer. Oh, I want to look into that. You know, that's what I'm trying to do.
100%, dude.
So that's why I brought you on. So maybe people can look into the Moshcast. TikTok is actually the one that kind of brings the views though for me. Yeah, small views, but it brings them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, TikTok is well, you know, if you want to get into it, but TikTok is, you know, I don't know if it is going to or not, but trying to get banned. They're trying to ban TikTok.
I saw that. I was like, I don't care. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to. Some other person's gonna make another app that's kind of like TikTok, and it's just gonna be another like Musically or another Vine or whatever the case may be, you know. But it just sucks because once you start really getting into why they do that kind of stuff when they ban these things, it's just because of money and they don't want people talking to each other. You know, the government's like, you know. TikTok is cool and fun and cringy and weird, and I like to send funny videos and stuff. But whenever you get down to the nitty gritty on why they're banning TikTok, it's because there's people out there that have a voice that are willing to use their voice to make, you know, to show other people like, hey, like this is reality, this is the real world. You know, I get most of my information from TikTok. You know,
how to cook.
Yeah, how to cook. You know, there was this thing on. There was this guy that was like, you know. Talking about and it's tripping me out, but it was talking about how baby formula has risen exponentially, like extremely high. Yeah. You know, where like a can of formula, like whenever we were growing up, was like $15-$25. Yeah. But now, and I've Googled it, you can do your research, but if you go and research how like the pricing, dude, like cans of formula now are like $60 a can. $75 a can for baby formula, and you're like, how is anybody surviving? Mm-hmm. Like, there's babies out there being born that can't, you know, breastfeed and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's like, how is any parent like surviving? Because, you know, my daughter, she had what was the most expensive formula whenever she was growing up was like $30 a can. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, I can't even pay. Like, she was going through a can a week, so I was spending like $180 a month. Yeah. You know, now that can is $75. You know, and people buy them in packs, and it's like $260 for a pack or whatever. And it's like, bro, like, how is anybody? Like now, like gas is going up, everything is expensive. We go outside and the new 20 is $100. Mm-hmm. So you go to the store and you spend $100 every single day, and you're like, where's my money going? It's like it's going into the pockets of the rich anyway. Like we work to survive, and we don't even work to thrive anymore. We work to survive. Mm-hmm. where it's like I get paid a pretty good amount, or I thought, and then every week I'm pushing pennies because I have to pay for gas, pay for my food, and everything is expensive. Rent, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, it gets to the point where it's like I would rather just be just jobless because I'm already at that position where I'm just working a 9 to 5 for nothing.
Yeah. Everybody has to just get a second job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, dude, like, I heard it, like, in Austin, Texas, like, you have to work, like, 3 jobs to make a wage that will support just the lowest amount of money. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, like, where are we going? Like, where are we going, like, in our government? Where is anything going after this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm fortunate to have a good job. You know what I'm saying? I work 12s, and it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you make your money with working 3 days, 4 days. But if there's more money, like, hey, do you want to work extra? Then yeah, I'll work a second or extra day. Then that right there alone is good money.
Right.
And me being single, you know what I'm saying? It even though I'm still racking money, bro, it's just pricey. Groceries pricey, rent's high, freaking gas. I put in gas every day. I have like, now I learned how to budget right, so I'm good when it comes to like money. But it's like Ali, we're like, I'm over here like, this is like, I have enough, but it's like I look at everyone else and I'm like, man,
it's very tense. It's tense out there.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard nowadays, man. It's hard. I feel bad for everyone.
I have homeboys that are like, I can't get a job.
That's another thing.
Can't find jobs. Can't do all this stuff, and it's just like, you know, I don't want to get too in deep and all this stuff, but it's like how we've just let everything go because we think it's, you know, we let everything go the way it's going because we feel like as a community or as our nation, we have no say. And that is true to a point. But it's like, I always think to myself, like, what happens if all of us do it? Mm-hmm. What happens if what happens if everybody in that Walmart that we're in at that moment just take everything and run out the door? Like, who's going to stop us? All of us together. You know what I'm saying? Or who's going to stop us if we do riot or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, like, a violent riot is anyway. I'm not talking about violence or anything. I'm talking about, like, let's just make sure that they know that we're done. Mm-hmm. And we're tired of how we are living. Mm-hmm. But everyone's like, oh, that won't change anything. That, you know, I'm just a person. I can't do nothing. It's like, nah, like, you get one person, and then you get 5 people, and then you get 25, and then 100, and then you start having a whole army, and then what are they going to do?
Yeah.
You know. But
I don't know. I just risked it. To be honest, I know it's hard. I know it's rough, but I'm doing it. So
right.
I mean,
everybody's doing it, man.
People be living with their parents, and
yeah,
I have friends my age that still live with their mom back at home, and I'm like, I mean, it's nice living with your mama and your parents, but it sucks. I moved out. I did it during COVID, but I mean, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everyone else can do it too. Not trying to like throw shade on anything. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I believe in y'all. You know, like, get that second job, side hustle.
We gotta survive, dude. Because you know that eclipse is coming, and it's gonna be the end of the world here pretty soon.
Well, I just now found out about that, bro. I did not know that. My cousin 2 days ago we're playing Minecraft, so we're just playing, and he was telling me like, yo, I got some food, I got some this canned food and this, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, it's the end of the world again. I was like, I didn't know. No one told me. I didn't even stock up on anything. No. The hell? I know.
April 8th there's going to be an eclipse, and it's going to be, and everybody's like doing conspiracies about like you're going to be able to see demons. Have you heard about that?
No.
There was this news broadcasted, and it was talking about how like there's this syndrome that's going around that like people can see that people see people's faces change into like a demonic form. Mm-hmm. This is a real thing. Like, look it up. Like, this was on broadcasted news, where this guy was like, yeah, have you ever like seen people's faces like in a weird way? Well, it's called demon face syndrome, and it makes people's faces deformed, and a few people have it, you know, and it's just like, it just so happens that before this eclipse is gonna happen, they post the most random broadcast of like this going on, and I've seen TikToks about it. You know, whatever is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know, I'm one of those conspirators where it's like, yeah, well, it could happen, maybe. Yeah. You know, it could be this, it could be that, it could be whatever. What am I gonna do about it? Mm-hmm. if I start seeing people's faces look demonic, I'm like, oh, that's now we're living in Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we gonna do? You know? Yeah. But yeah, people are crazy on TikTok, man. There are crazy people. Hello, TikTok, yeah. But you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, now it's funny because I have a song dropping on April 8th. It's called Dream with me and my homeboy. Shout out to Mr. Rillo.
Mr. Rillo. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna drop a song on April 8th, and I believe that the reason that everything's happening the way it is because I'm dropping that song because it's that fire, dude. Dude, that fire.
I was gonna tell you, dude. Like y'all's. So I know this one dude, right? It's their music. So here locally, we have talent. We have a lot of talent, right?
100%.
And there's dudes out there that make their own music like from scratch. Mm-hmm. They get a sound guy and then they mix it together and it sounds like, oh dang, it sounds something you would listen to on Spotify.
Yeah.
But then you got dudes that get on YouTube, take someone else's beat and then mark it as their own. And I'm like, and then it sounds good. I know these guys that like this music sounds super good. And then I was like, bro, this sounds legit. Where did y'all get the beats and all that stuff? Oh, we got it on YouTube. And then I guess they downloaded it somehow and then they put it in the mixer and then they got together and it sounds super good. But I'm like, that's not your beat. You know what I'm saying? And then and I'm just like, I mean, if someone's going to do that, like put their art on their YouTube, just so everyone can enjoy it. I mean, at least, make up your own beats. You know what I'm saying? Mix your own. You know what I'm
saying? That's actually a hot topic, too, whenever it comes to, like, how you make your music and stuff, too. Because I've made my own beats. I've been in the stew with a producer and a master, and they've made a beat for me, and I've done all of that. And I've also been on the side where I've found a beat on YouTube, and I've written my song on top of that beat or whatever. The thing that, and if you're an artist, this would be kind of really good information for every artist too, is that if you're in that world where it's like, free beats on YouTube or free for profits or whatever, because usually whenever you go on YouTube, you can't necessarily use a beat unless it says free for profit or free, because the beat that is on YouTube is already copywritten. So if it doesn't say free, do not use it ever. Do not use that ever. Free for profit is basically saying that you can use this beat, but whenever you post it, I am the producer. So I have a song that that is not on. No, it is on YouTube. It's called "Rolling Up." It's by a beat producer on YouTube. I used his beat, but at the same time, I put his name as the producer. I made sure that in the bio, all of his information's in there. I'm giving you full range. This is our song. I made the lyrics to it. I did all that stuff, and then you did your thing whenever I found your beat, and that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to give you your royalties. So when artists like that, you just gotta make sure that whenever you do those things, you gotta do it right, because then you got people being like, oh, you didn't make that, it's not your song, because obviously it's not your song, because and you didn't even put the producer's name in there. And that's what sucks about a lot of that stuff, is that a lot of these rappers and a lot of these artists here will find a beat on YouTube and won't even give any type of like credit for anything that the beat producer did. And it kind of upsets me, because they took time and effort to make that beat, and they're not getting any. And then what will happen is, if that song gets anywhere in their ears, they're like, "That's my beat," and then you have a lawsuit. And then they can take that song down, and then you're shit out of luck with the song.
I'm cool with people like putting their beats, because they're super good. And I'm thinking like you could use that beat to kind of practice, not actually download it and use it as your own. Just put it on the background and write something to it. All right, and then make up your own beat that's kind of similar to that with your own, with all that stuff. Like, I would see it from that end. But for people to kind of get on YouTube and just steal someone else's content and then put your lyrics on his work, and then even shoot a music video out of it. It's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? And no shame for y'all that doing that. I'm just saying.
Well, it's just one of those things too. It's like these upcoming artists that have a flame in their heart that want to do music and stuff. Just my advice, just do it the right way. You know, because maybe you don't know how to make beats. Maybe you don't have somebody that would make beats for you. Maybe YouTube is the only place that you can find beats that you can write to, or whatever that case. Maybe that's great, but do it the right way. Make sure you give hype to who did all that stuff. To get the clout.
Will you shout out the guy that makes music and I can tag him too?
Oh, what are you talking about?
There's a guy here that makes music for you. Can you shout him out?
Oh yeah. I have a few. Shout out to Skirt. Shout out to Trill. Shout out to Rip Trippy. Okay. Those are the 3 producers that I've worked with. That do make beats, that master and produce songs, and basically create. Rip Trippy was the first person that I ever went to, and he is a phenomenal producer. I don't know if he's still doing it now. He's doing his EDM stuff. He's more involved in his EDM stuff now. But whenever I started doing music, Rip Trippy he created beats. We were in the stew. He was creating a beat while I was making my lyrics. And then we built that song up from scratch multiple times, every time in the studio. He was like, "What are you feeling?" I was like, "I don't know." And he would make a beat, and I'm like, I mess with that a little bit. And then I start writing, and then within an hour and a half, we have a full song just ready to go. So shout out to Rip Trippy. I love him. He's one of my best friends, and a really good producer. Really good producer. I see him in the future going so far in his career. He's just an amazing guy.
Links are in the description down below. Also, gentlemen, I'd love to have y'all guys on here. If that's cool.
Yeah, get on this pod, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, artists, small business owners, anyone that I can get on here, even country artists.
Yeah.
We'll get to the music side here. Braxton, I actually wanted to ask you this. So remember our last podcast? I didn't air, but do you remember when we talked about booking? Remember that booking that happened, the shooting, and it was all over the news?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that? And can you tell me about from the beginning to the end?
Okay, so
just so y'all know, there was a show local here, and everything went well. But towards the end, we had some
issues,
and some people just pop. You know what I'm saying? But can you bring me back to that, because I didn't get to air that last time.
So I'm not going to air out names just for safety reasons.
You're not, or you are?
No, I'm not going to air out names. I'm not going to air out names.
What does that mean?
Just people that were involved.
Oh, you're not going to say names, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to say names.
Okay,
I'm not going to say names or anything. Fine. But I have an I wouldn't say business partner. I wouldn't even consider him a friend. I had an ex homie, I guess, that wanted to work with me. And he was cool until he wasn't cool. And whenever he wasn't cool, it got really bad. So me and my little crew knew him, and we were trying to work with him as best as possible. He had a really bad past or whatever, and he was trying to get back in the music career, and we were like, we kind of gave him the shadow of the doubt. We kind of gave him a next or an opportunity to show how well he's been doing in his life or whatever. Anyway, ends up messing up really bad. It gets to the point where our studio gets pretty much shot up because of him. He was in some type of drug situation. He gave the address to our studio, and the people that were looking for him went to the studio, and we're going to rob the studio. Had my producer at gunpoint, and literally almost shot him. He was at gunpoint, and I guess the guy that had the gun moved or something, and the gun went off and shot the wall. He was that close from pretty much dying. You know what I'm saying? If you get shot in the stomach, you got a chance, but it's very slim. Anyway, that happened. He books it. We don't hear from him again, and then I hear he's trying to do shows here and there, trying to do the music stuff, trying to do a podcast, blase. And I'm trying my best to be like, hey guys, on Facebook, hey guys, do not mess with this guy. This guy is no good. This guy has a lot of problems. He's going to give you a lot of problems. And I got a lot of heat from that. I got a lot of heat from people saying, you don't know him like I know him. You don't know who this person is, blase. And I was like, dude, you have no idea. If you want the full story, I can give you the story. You can believe it or not. Whatever the case may be, I don't care. Anyway, he ends up making me have some really heated conversations with people that I have worked with in the past about how he was like, I had homies come up to me like, so you're talking shit about me because I'm working with this guy. I was like, no, I'm not talking crap about you, bro. I'm just saying that you working with him will get you into some serious issues. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that if you are working with him, I'm letting everybody know that if they are working with you or you're working with them, do not mess with this person. He's not a good guy. Anyway, I'm just putting a little platform so people understand where the story gets to. Going. Okay. So he posts about this show at Zombies, mm-hmm. and apparently it's this huge thing. He has so many artists. He has so many. What am I trying to say? People like that give you money so that you can post a logo. What are they called? Sponsors. Okay. He has so many sponsors. He has so many artists on this thing. It's going to be a wild time, blase. And I have a few homies that are involved in it. Really good homies. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this show at Zombies. I'm like, dude, like, be careful, dude. Be careful. Because I can see this going very bad. Even the night of the show, I call them and say, hey, bro, keep an eye out. Don't do anything crazy. I say, I tell them like, do your show and then dip because it's not gonna go well. And they're like, no, bro, I got a few people around me. I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be straight. And I'm like, all right, dude, all right. I'm just letting you know. Just be aware that this situation is gonna get really hot. I knew it from the start. Yeah. Those two homies. So the show's going on. I'm at work. But I have an eye on everything. If somebody calls me, I'm gonna be there. About an hour, I talked to my friend, and then about like 2 hours, 3 hours pass. He calls me back. He goes, bro, I had to leave, bro. I had to leave. I had to get out of there. I didn't even do my set. I had to get out of there. And I was like, why? And he goes, everybody. I want everybody to understand this too. I'm not talking crap about the people that do music. The way they do music, though, can change a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's very toxic. It's very dangerous. And I do not roll this way. And I understand that there are people here in this town that do roll that way. And I get you, but it's not safe and it's dangerous, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just putting that out there. There was artists there that were playing hot shit. Mm-hmm. Like I'm the guy, And they were rolling hot. They had their guns and stuff with them and stuff, and they were showing them off like, hey, I'm gonna come. They went to my friend, the guy that was DJing, went up to him and said, we're gonna play. This is how you're gonna play. If you don't roll that way, then I'll show you how I roll. And it was showing off their heat and stuff or whatever. Wow. And at that time, my other homeboy was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." So he books it. Mm-hmm. My DJ friend stays, and they do the whole show. And at the end of the show, I guess a group of artists weren't messing around with another group of artists because either it was gang related or some type of drama or whatever the case may be, and a shooting breaks loose at Zombies. Yeah. I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah. Like off the start, I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, these people are not the best people in the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so shooting happens. Person gets shot like 6 times. At the end of that, I don't even know. I don't even know if the guy survived or not. You know what I'm saying? I know that somebody got arrested for it, but there was a shooting at Zombies, and after that, the guy that made that show happen books it to. He's out of state now. He's out of here. He's somewhere not in Texas. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, it was a bad situation for a while. Yeah. It was super bad.
So why'd you get mad? And you put it on Facebook? Like,
yeah, I posted on Facebook
because booking. But what was the reason you got mad about it though?
It was just my thing is like make sure you know who you are working with. Okay. Make sure this is for artists. This is for anybody that's working together as a team. Make sure you know who you are working with. because those people are the ones that will give you a positive look on what you're doing or a negative look on everything. That person was a bad person. I will never work with him ever again. And there are still people out there that are not good people to work with. Make sure, like, you know, whenever you're an artist or you're somebody that is making a show happen, make sure the people that you get onto that show are good people. Make sure that they're clean. Make sure that they don't bring guns to a show. Make sure that everybody's safe, you know? It was just that, bro. It was just like that situation shouldn't have happened. And it was all because lack of security, lack of morals, obviously, and just lack of coordination and just being whenever you get into this world, people are, it's just like, oh, I'm just an artist, I'm just a rapper, I'm just do these things, and I just make shows happen, and everything's happy-go-lucky, and then 6 shots get rung through the room and people die. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be like it shouldn't be like that. It should never end up like that. And for some reason, everybody, I don't know, man, it's just not a safe environment. I enjoy doing my music, and whenever I do shows, I try to make it a positive look and safe, and it's for the community, and everybody's involved, and we're happy, and it's safe. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case for a lot of these places here in Amarillo, especially. I've been to more shows and have seen more guns at shows than I want. You know what I'm saying? I've had a gun pulled out on me at a show.
Oh wow! At a show?
At a show. I had a gun pulled out on me at a show, and it was at a rave show. It was at a rave show.
Do we have raves here?
Oh yeah, we have raves here.
Since when? I want to go to one.
A year or 2 ago.
Oh, I didn't know
that Secret Society. Shout out to Secret Society. They're cool, but it wasn't a Secret Society show. It was just a show that was. It just happened. It just happened. I'm not going to shout out names, or I'm not going to blare names or anything, but it was just a show that there were some artists there, and a lot of people were involved. Like, there's a lot of people, and I was really excited for this thing to happen because it brought light to a business. It brought light to a lot of the artists here, and there was, like, I don't know, a good 120 people, and it was a small place. And yeah, dude, somebody got mad, and they got mad, and I asked them what the deal was, because I was a little bit intoxicated, and I knew what was going down. So I was like, I'm just going to say what's up. And so I went up to him, and I was like, what's your deal, bro? Like, what's going on? He goes, everybody's just, like, telling me to leave, and I'm tired of it. I'm going to show them what I'm about. And whenever he did that, he pointed his 9mm at my stomach. Like, it was the weirdest feeling, bro, because I had my jacket on, and he pointed it at my stomach, and I felt the cold of that fucking gun on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? The chills. I was like, all right. I was like, but that doesn't need to happen. Me being intoxicated, being like, I'm in danger, but stop. You're being silly.
Oh, you're being silly. Stop it.
Yeah, quit it.
He has it right here. Yeah. Then you grab his hand. You grab his other hand. Stop doing that.
You a spray bottle.
Like a
better
cat.
not.
When was this? When did this happen?
Probably September of last year.
Oh, that is crazy. I was in Florida.
Yeah, you were in Florida at the time.
Did anything happen after that? Like, did they?
I had to tell the people I had to tell the building the business. I had to tell them, like, hey, like, this is happening. This is what's happening right now. We need to figure it out. We need to assess the situation before it gets any worse. We need to make sure everybody's safe. And then I had to tell a couple of my my EDM friends, like, hey, like, there's somebody here with a gun, like, and we need to chill out for a second, get him out of here, or whatever we need to do, and then we can start the party up again. But, like, it's dangerous, bro, because nobody knew and nobody seemed to care.
Okay.
And it was like, hey, there's a gun here, somebody might die, we need to like figure it out. Because that happened at oh man, there's so many places that I'm like, I don't want to like air out anybody's business, but it's like, man, like, All I'm saying is be safe. Don't bring guns to shows, and be a cool. Just be a cool person.
Be cool. There's no reason to be mad.
Yeah, there's no reason to do all of that. And alcohol's involved, and people are not in their right mind. And if you got to go to fisticuffs, go to fisticuffs. Fight. I don't care. Just don't bring guns and knives and try to kill people and stuff. It's just it's so nonsensical. Because I saw this thing on Facebook. It was like a 3-minute decision or a 5-minute decision gave me 20 years to life. And that's like, that's right. You get mad at somebody, you pull a gun out, you shoot them. It takes less than 5 minutes to do that. And then you go to prison for the rest of your life. Yeah. It's like, bro, like, you don't need that. That does not need to happen. You're not hot. It's not cool.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're right. You're right. So, you're 100% right. So I feel you, man.
But yeah, that whole situation rose a lot of light into what I was involved with and what I tried to involve myself with. And sometimes you don't even know. I had a homie that was a DJ. Found out that he was selling fet on streets. Found out that he had a fet business in his house with his family, right? And he was just this coolest DJ that I was like, oh man, this guy's cool. Like he just came out of nowhere. Like I was like, oh man, this guy's cool. His family supports him and everything. Gets arrested for fet. And I'm like, bro. You know how many people I know that have OD'd on fet just alone, bro? Yeah. And you're just throwing that out on the streets like that. And I was like, I wouldn't have known. And now, it's lesson learned type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just one of those things where you have to be on your toes. You got to research people. You got to make sure who you're messing with is the right person to be messing around with. So,
yeah, that's right.
Bars.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hold on. Which one is it? I don't know why I didn't do that right. Hold on. Let's do it again. Oh, because I did this. There you go, Braxton.
Yeah.
Now it's off.
Bars.
Only she heard that.
But yeah, dude,
Nah, I better not.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still learning on pod. I'm still learning in my music. I'm still learning to try to make this a better, safer community for artists and entertainers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The other thing is that being pulled out a gun, that's scary, dude.
Oh yeah.
That is the scariest thing ever. I haven't had a gun pulled out on me, but I have been in an area where there's a gun, and this was an after party. I don't want to go to after parties. I'm just letting you know. Don't be going to no after parties. We went to it was just some random dude I knew, right? He was cool. Yeah. And so I was just let's go drink. Yeah, you cool guy. Let's go. He's random. He was trouble though. Fool was trouble. But I mean, I didn't. He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, he's all right.
And then he wrote social. So after everything was said and done, everything was done. It's 2 a.m. Time to close the shop. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, I don't want this to end. He didn't want it to end either. He's like, let's go to an after party. All right, let's do it. And then so we went. He talked to some random person, and then they went to somewhere in town, some trailer home somewhere, and it was scary. It was ghetto, like ghetto. Like we're talking about like just BYOB, 2 bouncers, and you just walk in. Yeah, and it was like all ages thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
So it was
that's scary too.
So it was like I didn't know who was there. I didn't know what was going on. Just all I know is there was cigarettes. People were gambling in the restrooms. People were doing this. Oh yeah. In the restrooms too. And then I didn't think much of it. I'm just like, it's a party. It's another bar. Yeah, it was fun here with my Four Loko, and everyone was just just chilling. And then some young girls. I'm assuming they're young because I know how I was drinking. And this is like 7 years ago. I think. Right. I'm recording these girls like twerk, yeah. And then like years later, someone was like, Brad, I think those are underage. I was like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know. Right. We didn't know. And then next thing you know, some dude inside had some beef with someone outside. And then next thing you know, everybody was running like cockroaches, just running. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm drunk. I'm like, what's going on, everybody? And then next thing you know, I see a dude, two guys or 3 guys holding a dude up with his arm like this, like holding him, with his gun right here. And then they're all like, put it down, everyone get out. I'm in the corner. I'm recording this. I have it somewhere. It's somewhere in there. But I'm like this in the corner. And then, dude. And then everybody get out. And then he emptied his mag. I remember seeing that part. And then I ran. And then I texted my buddy like, hey, we got to go. We got to get out of here. We got to go. And then I didn't hang out with them after that. And then ever since then, after party, I don't go to after parties after that.
Yeah.
Even if it's a home, I don't do that. Someone's a stranger's home.
Yeah.
I don't do that no more. That's why. I mean that didn't lead to the reason why I toned down drinking. There's another reason, but yeah, dude, that's scary though. We're seeing a gun anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless we're doing it at the shooting range or you're outside of town just kind of practicing, but at a club or something like that, that's scary, dude. Oh, and that. Couple weeks later, that same place got shot up. They got shot up. 7 people got shot. 11, they got shot. Yeah, it was pretty wild. That same place. Yeah, and this was weeks later. It was on the news too. Went to the hospital. I think everyone survived, but those people got shot. I was like,
yeah, I was in the line of fire from some shootings and stuff too.
Yeah, so I don't
at a park. That was crazy.
Yeah,
that one was wild too because it was me and my homeboy Skirt, Silent, my cousin. And we were just about to leave, bro. Like the sun was going down. And we're like, this is getting too wild. There's a lot of people here. This is getting too wild. We should kind of book it. I was like, I'm hungry. I kind of want to not be here at night.
Oh, it's
getting kind of wild.
It was nighttime. I thought it was during the day.
Well, it was during the day. It was during the day, and then it started dwindling down. The sun was going down, and there was, I mean, where we were at, there was probably like 300 people. I mean, it was a huge thing. It was a huge deal. And we were like, maybe we should kind of get out of here, you know. And we were seeing some arguments in the background. I was like, I don't know, like maybe we should kind of book it. The security's not too tight here.
Yeah, to the park.
Yeah, we should probably kind of dip. And it was funny because we were getting all of our setup because we were doing the podcast there. So I was getting all my setup put back into my car. I had to drive my car into the dirt so I can get all my stuff put in the car. And right as I pulled my car where I parked to put my stuff in, this Jeep, like off-road wheels, had the brights, the spotters on. I mean, like I was like, oh, nice. Now I can see all my stuff and I can get in my car faster. He puts his brights on, and where we're at, it's kind of like a hill. It's kind of like a dip in the. It's not a huge hill, but it's like you can obviously tell that there's like a little bit of a dip, and then like a little. Then it wasn't a little, but it was a huge like park bench with an awning on it, and that's where all the stuff was happening. And then in the back there was like some argument. Anyway, I put my table, and my last thing that I put in was my table, and I hear do, and then everybody's scrambling like roaches, bro, just running, and me, Skirt, Silent, we're like, get to the car. Like, I was pulling Skirt to the car. Silent was behind the car. My cousin dipped. She ran off, and it was like 12 rounds. Like do, and then somebody was shooting back at whatever. And I come to find out we got out safe. Everybody's safe, is what I know.
Yeah.
My team's safe. We book out of it. I actually go off road, and I'm just like going through trees and dirt and stuff, and everybody's like trying to be on the road, and like everybody stopped at it's a huge like line of cars. I'm like, nah, screw this, and I'm like, and they're like, we gotta get out of here because the cops are coming, and I'm not about to get in any type of. I'm not snitching. I'm also not gonna get in trouble for anything that's happening. Whatever.
Yeah.
Come to find out that Jeep and whoever was behind that awning. Were shooting at each other.
Oh, wow.
And we were literally in the line of fire of them shooting. Me, Skirt, and Silent and stuff. My car was in the middle of it and everything. And there was times, like, now that I think about it, there was times where I could hear the, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was crazy. But, again, be safe, guys. Don't have guns and don't be silly.
I don't know. It's just scary though, man. That's something that should never happen.
People are like, Amarillo's not like that. I'm like, Amarillo will be like that, dude. Yeah. Amarillo will be like that, dude, because I've been there and I've done it. I've seen
it. Well, no shout out to them.
Yeah, no shout out to them.
All right, Braxton, let's move on. So, Braxton, Moshcast, buddy.
Yes.
How's that going?
It's going good now.
It's going good now?
Yep. I've had to move a few places from 2023 till now. I got a new studio, got a new little place. I feel comfortable. I'm starting to drop podcasts every week again, and I feel good about it. Okay. I had a really bad. I would say, 2023 was really bad, but at the end of 2023, I was like, I have to take a break. I have to because I was doing podcasts just off the whim. It was kind of like I was in a routine. So like I was just doing podcasts, and then I started to think back, like, why am I doing pod? Because I'm not in the healthiest place mentally or physically. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing this to I guess, have something other than my problems on my mind or whatever. So I had to take a break. So I took a 3-month hiatus last year at the end, and I kind of just started focusing on my music for a little bit. And then me and my team are like, when are we gonna get back on pod, man? Like I'm like, hopefully I was like next year for sure. I just don't know when, because then at that time, me stopping doing pod, then I just got kind of like depressed. And then I was like, why am I doing this? I just got in a really dark place for a little bit.
You don't have to talk about that. We'll get into that. I'll save that for someone else.
Yeah. But anyway, and then this year I was like, all right, I got to get back on the saddle, and I started doing pod again, and I'm feeling really good about it. So we're still kicking it. We're still doing it, man, and it's nice and fun, and it's a good time, and I feel really good about it now. I'm kind of I'm in a way better place. I've evaluated how I do my pod, and I have more questions, and I'm staying in the lane where at the middle of last year I was just like, I think honestly, if I'm being honest with people, I think I was doing pod to get drunk. And just getting away from life. I was like, I got a pod, I'm going to talk about this, and we're just going to get drunk, and we're just going to have a fun time, and I'll drink as much as I can until I black out or whatever. But now I'm just hanging out. I'll have a few beers, and but the people that are on are really good people. Had Ghost on, that was my first pod. Had Mr. Rillo on, that's my second one, and then I have one dropping on Friday, and that's going to be Trill. And we had really good conversations, and it's a lot more peaceful. It's a good safe space for real now. But yeah, pod's doing great. Pod's gonna do pod and stuff.
True. Bring your guys over here when you're ready.
100%.
All right, now I still got the Erotic Soul and Yuri, and then there was this other girl. I forgot her name. She's an artist. I think if I see her tonight, I'm gonna ask her if she can come on next week. I forgot her name.
Ella.
No, she in the 806. So I go to the 806, and I talk to those guys out there, and I talk to the artists out there.
Oh, nice.
And I'm all like, hey, would you like to be in a pod? And they're like, yeah, sure. Her name is I think it's, I don't know her name. But she's a young girl. She's really talented, and I asked her, do you want to come on? She's like, yeah, sure.
Cool.
So in the future, it'll be like an acoustic show with her, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, man, the artists, I really want to, because I told them, and the big idea was, and we're gonna do it here soon. We'll get to that. But what I'm trying to get at is I'm gonna get all you artists after the shop podcast is over. Then we can set everything up, and then we'll do one of your songs, and then just go from there. What I'm saying?
That's great.
So that's why I wanted to have you on here.
Heck
So that's what I'm going to do with artists, musicians, all of them, rappers, what I'm saying, song, all that. And if I get a bigger place, then I can get bands on here. Now I can have like, oh, hey, put on that country music. I'll set up the cameras. Here's a live set by so-and-so. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get artists on here. You know what I mean? We'll have like a regular show, podcast. And then after that, all right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Almighty S.I.G.H. And then where's the soundbite at? This one. I don't know how to do that. There we go.
It's me.
That's it. But yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. That's all I wanted to say, man. And I'm really glad that I got you on here.
Oh yeah, it's an honor, bro. I'm glad that you got me on, and you're doing something really cool, man. You got a lot of equipment, and I can see this going somewhere, man. Yeah. You got a vision. And I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, man. I still got a lot to do, but it's still...
Got a lot to do, got a lot of learning, but we never stop learning. That's the thing. So you're going to find something out. Dude, there's been multiple things in my doing this pod where I'm like, I've been doing this for years and I barely figured this out. That's crazy to me, but that's how it is, man. Like, you'll learn something. You're like, I should have been doing this at the beginning in the first place. And you're like, well, I learned something new today.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. Well, Braxton, I really appreciate you coming on here, man. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Yeah. So, shout out to Heyday Mugs. So I, go to Heyday, get them a custom mug for a Moshcast. I do podcasts as well. Moshcast on YouTube. It's Moshcast Productions if you want to look it up. I pretty much put all of anything that I create visually on there. So like music videos, I put some of my songs on there. I do my podcasts on there. I have a lot of other projects that were way back when that are pretty cool if you want to watch something weird and different. Shout out to my homeboy Trill. Shout out to Silent. I have a song coming out on Friday. It'll probably the song will already be out, but I got a song dropping this Friday called Novocaine with Silent and Tiso. And then I have a song coming out April 8th. It's called Dream. That's with me, Rip Trippy, and Mr. Rillo. So take a look at that if you want. That's about it, you know. I'm just kind of hanging out, you know. And if you're an artist that's that wants to do some shows or wants to do some music or wants to record, hit me up. Let me know. I got a studio. I got a lot of producers that are hungry to make music, and if you want to do a show, just hit me up and we can make something happen. I try to do local shows that are kind of underground. So if you're into that kind of stuff, just let me know and we can get something going for you.
I'm being very honest. It is really good. These shows that they throw are very, very, very good. Very talented. All those artists, those are very talented. Every single one of them.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I whenever I went to y'all's little fest,
oh yeah,
good music. I'm just saying.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah. You know, it's cool. It's cool to see like a lot of these artists that have a hunger to do music, and they're like, man, this is my first show and I loved it. I'm like, that's what I'm here for. Yeah. I'm just here to get your feet wet a little bit, you know, and then. Because that's how it was for a little bit. I had a lot of these artists and these producers are like, you know, I just do this at home. I'm like, you can do more than just being at home. And some of them I've watched them grow, and I'm like, I don't want nothing. I don't need no money. I don't want no clout or nothing from that. I just like to see people grow.
Oh yeah, same here. But I want money though.
Money's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Drop a
20 or something. Come on.
Tip your artists and bartenders and whatever.
Yeah, this right here, all this stuff right here is not for free. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I spent so much money on this. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But it's all good, though.
It's all in the game.
It's all in the game. So, and then anyways. But yeah, man, so thank you, Almighty S.I.G.H. Thank you, Braxton. And,
yes.
Man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Links are in the description down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Leave a comment. Yeah. And again, man, Instagram, all his sites will be in the description down below, man. So you guys have a good day. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. How do I turn that off? Hold on, where's the blue button? There it is. Oh, there we go. We're going to do a live performance by the Almighty S.I.G.H. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a live performance. I want to thank everybody for being on here today. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you, Braxton. We'll see you guys next time. But stay tuned. We're going to have a live performance right now.
Yo, the song's called Dear Anxiety.
You need a feel, you need a chill. Smoke a black sip jack, let's be real. Pop them pills, just got a deal. Can't relax and can't sit still. Shine that grill, I feel ill. Climbing that hill like Jack and Jill. I wanna kill my own will. My life's going downhill, that's for real. No one stand with me with my anxiety. I need some more privacy, I'm leaving quietly. Dealing with demons so silently in a dark place, that is irony. Me versus me, that's a rivalry. For my own dynasty, ain't this some piracy? Rightfully maybe, this is some other fight righteously. Significant other, I'm writing this letter anonymously. Hush hush under the covers. I'll tell you what you couldn't really discover. All of my problems, with all of my problems. To you I was nuisance, to you I was nuisance. Thinking of all the nuisance. around my neck. Hold up, give me a second, my mind is a wreck, and I ran out of breath, and my thoughts are a threat. Wake up and sweat, and now that you left, I had loved you to death, and I lay in my bed. Wish I was dead. All of the tears that I shed from the problems that led with what I had said to cut that love thread. And now that you fled from me, now that I realized from all the lies, cause now I have realized I wasn't wise to go down the sides. To all of you guys started to rise, listen to sigh, asking remember and why. You need to go and fly, you need to say goodbye, to be better, to try and try and try and try again. I wasn't fit for the cut, I am the door that you shut. Gave me the butt, push me into the mud. Never wanted my love, and now that it's rough, I played into your bluff. It's time to be tough, I had enough. Look from above, emotions all shoved. I'll be there if you look up, just type it pay.gov. And now that I sit in my room, thinking my doom, knowing you in the struggle. No light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm really trying to stay humble. With my mind mangled and jumbled, my heart is where you bet should crumble. Starting from where I had stumbled, and now that I'm troubled, you need to chill, you need to feel. Smoke up like Sip Jack, let's be real. Pop them pills, just got a deal. Can't relax and can't sit still. Shine that grill, I feel ill. Coming that hill like Jack and Jill. I wanna kill my own will. My life's going downhill, that's for real. No one's there with me with my anxiety. I need some more privacy, I'm leaving quietly. Dealing with demons so silently in a dark place that is irony. Me versus me, that's a rivalry. For my own dynasty, ain't this some piracy? Rightfully maybe, this is some other fight righteously. Ugh.